Hello and welcome back to another episode of Father and Sundays, the 15th episode. This one's about musicals. Isn't it right, Dad?
It is about musicals, yeah.
How excited, the 15th episode.
Oh, 15th. Who'd have thought we'd have got to 15?
I know. Anyway, stick around if you want to hear more. Right, before we really get into things then, Dad, this is a special one, isn't it? Number 15.
It is a special one, yeah. All roads have been leading to this.
Yeah.
At least for the last few weeks, anyway.
Yeah. It's a big milestone, number 15, so we've decided to do a bit of a special on it. Now, this one's musical, so we will be talking briefly about musicals right at the start. But we've been preparing our own musical, and we've done films, and we've done a bit of acting with films, and then we've also done...
Would you call that acting?
Well, yes.
Yeah, well.
I've been contacted by the Oscars.
Have you?
Yes, the Academy. Also, we did books and we wrote our own stories. So what have we done? We've merged the two together in a musical sense. So that's a really big part of this podcast, and we think you should stick around to the end to that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because the amount of effort that's been put into it, you ought to, really.
It will make you laugh.
It will make you cry.
It will make you cry.
Yeah.
And we can only apologise for that. But
yeah, I mean, the only thing I have an issue with it is we did approach, Michael Ball was quite busy, and Jason Donovan's still not taking any of my calls. So we've ended up having to do it ourselves, haven't we? That's the only problem.
Yeah, but when it comes to doing it ourselves, I don't think we could have got much better.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, should we just stop bigging up our performance at the end, because we know it's going to be amazing anyway.
Oh, right, okay.
And let's briefly just go on to the conversation of musicals.
Okay. Well, it's nice that we've been able to meet in the theatre like this as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the pre-show, isn't it? So
we just thought we'd get here early, get ourselves a bag of Skittles and a couple of drinks, and sort of...
do it socially distanced, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Totally social. You're not even in the same row as me, are you?
No. All these rows away.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then sort of we're here ready for when we go, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Until we give up and just walk out.
Walk out in the middle of it, like mostly other people will do. Right, so musicals. Okay. Are there any in particular, Connor, that you can cite as ones that you particularly like?
Well, I'm going to go a bit beyond High School Musical for this one.
High School Musical, the musical?
High School Musical, just the High School Musical
Oh,
films.
right, not High School Musical, the series.
That's a good series.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so High School Musical. Oh, you're going to go beyond High School
No,
Musical?
just High School Musical. High School Musicals was one of those ones that came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And there was a big hype for it, and
Yeah.
it was quite exciting on Disney Channel and that. But that's just one. Now, musicals, and this is something I think we realised that you didn't really think it covered, but musicals covers more than just your, I wouldn't say operatic, but those kind of things at a theatre. Musicals cover things in films, which is High School Musical. Things like The Lion King would qualify as a musical.
Yeah, I guess. Now, thinking back, I mean, the first sort of musical that I would have been exposed to, if that's the right word, is The Sound of Music, which was one of my mum's favourites, still is one of my mum's favourites. So I guess I had that in my mind as a musical, and obviously I've been to the West End and seen musicals.
Shut off.
But you're absolutely right. I mean, you know, most of the Disney films have got a musical element. Certainly, like you say, did you say Lion King, Aladdin?
Go on, list them all.
Even the Frozen and Frozen 2, my particular favourites. They've got that sort of element in them as well. Moana's superb for it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
it's not your classic. I think our point being is it's not necessarily just these posh people going to the theatre to watch this musical.
Well, the thing is,
it can be anything that's got music in it, basically.
Well, exactly, and they get some quite highbrow people to write the music for those particular ones you're talking about. So, I mean, there'll be professionals writers. I don't know who wrote for High School Musical, but obviously...
I'm sure it was someone like Robbie Williams.
Blobby Williams.
Blobby
Williams, probably. But, you know, obviously The Lion King was Elton John and Tim Rice, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've had, like, contemporary artists. So Phil Collins
Phil Collins does quite a few of them. He does
Tarzan and Bubba Bear.
Brother Bear. That's great music.
Yeah, those ones. So, you know, there's all sorts of ones like that. I mean... obviously, very famous. Rodgers and Hammerstein were for the Sound of Music, and you know nowadays Andrew Lloyd Webber has his finger in the pie.
All right.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Of many of them, you know, and he obviously worked with Tim Rice quite a lot as well with particular things. But you know, yeah, I know they're quite joyful. I mean, people take the mickey about them out of musicals, but. I can remember going to see Grease, the film Grease, with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John at the cinema with my brother in Basildon, and absolutely being blown away by it. And coming out...
Not with Sue?
No, hello. Hi, Sue. How you doing? Yeah, so, no, me and Mick coming out of there, and it was just incredible. Never seen anything like it, and it was like just great. The songs were epic songs, you know. And then I went to see Grease the Musical as well in London with Shane Ritchie in it.
All right.
And that was great as well. I went with friends from work, and
that's just
because
you love Shane Ritchie.
I love Shane Ritchie. No, he's all right. But. You know, it is. It's something that gets you up.
It gets you going.
Yeah.
See, we saw The Lion King in London.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that was incredible. And that's not necessarily just the musical aspect, like the theatrical, everything about it, the puppetry, everything about that is just amazing. And then I've also seen things like Wicked. And I saw that with Mum. I bought tickets for Mum to go see Wicked. And... I don't know, sometimes it's the atmosphere I find with the ones where you go see live, the live shows.
Oh, it's the build-up.
The atmosphere comes in, the build-up, the live performers.
Extortionately priced brochure, and
think of the word.
You're going to get Haagen-Dazs, like a thimble of Haagen-Dazs for £14 and that. There's nothing quite like it.
Yeah, and I just love to empty my wallet at these things.
Oh, well, yeah.
Sometimes my wallet's too full, so I just need to empty it out at the theatre.
Right, I'll have to bear that in mind. Where is your wallet at the moment?
I've just taken it to the theatre to empty it out.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
Throw it at some singers.
But it's good, and it's like... and I know we've been through a period at the moment when they're only just opening up the theatres as well.
Yeah.
And it'll be incredible to go back and see things because, like you say, the atmosphere... Sorry, I'm slightly shifting in my seat. These are terrible seats we've got. Yeah, well, I have got. You're in a couple of rows down the front there, but
I've gone for the posh seats.
You have, haven't you?
VIP seat.
When they said I was in the stalls, I didn't realise it was going to be like this. I didn't know that's what they meant by stalls.
Yeah, just in the...
no, but it's been
amongst urinal.
amongst the rest of the people. I mean, it's fairly empty in here at the moment because we're in here so early. But once it fills up, you get the bars. Everybody's there to have a good time. Everybody's there to experience it. And I've got to say, it especially now what they can do with special effects and everything else, they're incredible, spectacular. I've seen stuff that have blown me away. And then I've seen stuff like Shrek the Musical, which even though, I mean, it will probably technically very clever, but even though it wasn't obviously technically clever, it did have a man on his knees with a large cape playing Lord Farquhar, which I'm sorry, but is one of the funniest things you'll ever see in any musical. And I cried laughing watching that. I actually cried because I was laughing so much all the way through. Even when he wasn't on there, I was laughing about the last time he was on there. I recommend it to anyone.
They stopped doing that one, didn't they?
They did, but I've heard rumour that they might be touring again. So.
Are you in it?
I'd love to be in it. I'd love to do that. That'd be a great part, wouldn't it?
No, you wouldn't.
It's really clever,
you
though.
hate
It's not
embarrassing yourself in front of people.
Oh yeah. But
that's why you do this podcast.
No one can see me, can they? They can hear me. I don't like listening to myself. I do listen to myself, but I don't like listening to myself. If that makes sense.
Anyway, let's move away from your
just my problems.
Yeah, your problems. And so, when it comes to musicals, what would you say has been? Would you say Shrek has been your favourite?
No. I mean, it's difficult because there's a story behind it, and then there's the actual songs within it. And I mean, I've got to say the Disney ones have got to be right up there because the songs are so fantastic and so memorable. And then the stories behind them. I mean, Shrek, the songs were fairly original because in the films Shrek, there isn't really. They've got a few bits and pieces in there, but there isn't much in there as actual songs, is there? It doesn't.
Oh, Shrek counts as a musical.
Yeah, but
actually no, but they don't really sing the songs,
they don't
do
really.
they?
The Shrek the Musical is musical. It's in the title.
That's a really good point. The only real songs they sing is like at the end of the film.
Yeah, which is kind of like almost a karaoke or
Eddie Murphy leading everyone and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I mean, but the Disney ones, yeah, fantastic.
Really good soundtrack.
And Grease. Love Grease. I haven't seen Wicked, but I've seen Aladdin, and I've seen Mamma Mia and things like that. But I've got to say that The Sound of Music is probably.
You said this before, and it's something that surprised me. But carry on.
But it's because of many things, right? You've got the fact that it reminds me of my mum, right? The fact that the songs are superb in it, and it was on again a little while ago, and I was reminded of how good they are in there. It's fairly cheesy, but it's got some Nazis in it. You know, a little bit of a little bit of fear in it, a little bit of this. It's just all round.
I would like to.
I mean, it's been parodied so many times
that we're not saying that the point that the Nazis are in it is a positive point about.
Oh no, it's not a positive point. But it's. But the fact
the way you worded it,
yes, yeah,
it's got Nazis in it. It's great,
and it's two of my favourite things: good songs and Nazis. No. Right. So my point is that it's got the. I mean, the story's fairly flimsy in it again, but you know, it's got that element of fear in it, and they escape and all that. How they escape to Switzerland, which I believe they go to. From Austria is anybody's guess because they certainly wouldn't be able to do it the way they were doing it, but it's just great. Julie Andrews, you know, fantastic.
Aren't the hills alive?
With The Sound of Music? Yeah, they are.
And they can just walk through them.
But it's iconic. It just makes me smile. And I say it was on the other day again, and I go, oh yeah, The Sound of Music's on. You put it on, and then you realise you've been sitting there watching it for half an hour. Because one song after another is
Isn't
coming
one
on.
song half an hour?
No.
It's a really long one, isn't it? I haven't seen it.
Oh, well then don't comment on things you haven't seen then.
You haven't seen High School Musical?
I have seen High School. Yes, I have.
When?
I must have watched it once.
Well, no, so you're saying I must have watched it?
No, I have. I have watched High School Musical.
Stop changing your mind.
I know some of the songs in it.
Yeah, because you sat and learned them on guitar when you were bored.
Breaking Free, that's one of my favourites.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the...
No, I have seen it because I commented, actually, no, that's fair play, because I commented on the fact that it's almost like Grease. They just substitute certain little things in it, but it follows the same sort of pattern.
It was almost like a modern Grease
because
at the time.
She's a scientist, and he's a jock, as they say, in the US. And
he's not a jock.
Well, he
plays basketball.
Well, all right, yeah. So he's sporty. She's a scientist. So she's a nerd. He's a sportsman. In Grease, she's like prima proper. He's supposed to be a bit of a lad, you know.
Yeah, but
he tries to change to get with her, and he does the same because doesn't she wear what is the high school called?
East High.
East High. She wears one of the things. They wear something similar, don't they? You wouldn't normally wear. And that's what he does in John Travolta does in
I don't know.
Grease.
I think High School Musical is like, she likes theatre. He really likes her, so he tries to get into theatre. Then he gets he really likes theatre, and they both do theatre together, and then they sing. Yeah. He has to go to this basketball game, and then they're like, oh, but I also really want to do. And then after the basketball game, they all go in to watch the show. And it's emotional. And
I can see you welling up now.
I tell you what, though, High School Musical was a good film. This is more like, I'm not saying people should go and watch this right now if they've not seen it, because it's more nostalgic. That's why I think it's a good film. I'm not saying it's genuinely, I don't know, but High School Musical 2 was pretty good.
What?
High School Musical 3, it lost it by that point.
I don't believe for 1 second, as we've said before, people will listen to these to get some proper information on it. But, you know, they probably thought, well, we're going to talk about musicals. It will be about some of the classics and all the rest of it. And we have talked about that. But High School Musical
is a classic.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, I might give it another look.
You've never seen it. Stop saying you've seen it.
I have, because I know it. Well, I've seen Grease. It's the same thing, isn't it?
No.
It is. So, anyway. But that's sure, you know, if that was when you were growing up, so I get that would be that one. And as I say, that was when I was growing up, and we had the soundtrack album. I probably still have got the soundtrack album somewhere, you know. But
back in your day, you had to used to pay someone to come around and sing it to you, didn't you?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Right. No, we didn't, Connor. No, we didn't. Huh? It's not much different to what it is now.
You used to have to record it off the radio, though.
What, songs?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that was fine. It's a lot more fun than that. I tell you what, you've got it on a plate for you now. You have everything handed to you. Everything is downloadable. Everything is there for you, and you know the Spotify's and all this sort of thing.
Wow,
we had to sit by our radios.
The Spotify's.
The Spotify's.
You are a big user of Spotify. I
am now,
and we're on Spotify. Quick plug.
We are on Spotify. Yeah, that is weird, but there you go. So yes, after that little disagreement, yeah.
Don't you think we prepped really well for this conversation in this week's podcast?
We didn't prep at all well.
We didn't prep at all. I don't know if people can tell.
I had a few things written down that I wanted to discuss.
Didn't you write them down just as you're
I've been so preoccupied with slaving away on everything else that it's sort of gone to the back of the queue.
Let's just hope that
it's worthwhile.
It's worthwhile.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we?
I think
it's filling up in here, isn't it?
It is. Wow. Yeah, all those
people. Can you hear them?
Wait, stop trying to give me sound effects I have to throw in.
Oh, it's all right. Excuse me. Yep. Oh, just stand there on the left.
Oh, there's an owl.
Oh, no, not another one. Don't get any owls. We don't want any owls in the theatre.
Well,
it's bad luck as it is. No, but, there is... I guess the first thing that comes to mind when you think musical is... in my mind, is these old-fashioned Seven Brides for the Seven Brothers, and, all this sort of thing. But actually, you're absolutely right. I don't particularly think of the Disney films, some of the Disney films being musicals, but they are. I don't, even things like, okay, Grease, yeah, but even coming forward, it's easy to just think, oh yeah, everything's got songs in it now. I mean, they have now, in the West End, obviously they have jukebox sort of musicals where it literally is just a particular band's songs or songs from a particular time that they just incorporate into it to sell it. But it's very popular and people love it. People love to be somewhere, be entertained, get up and dance if they can, if they're allowed.
Well, shall we get ready to entertain our audience then?
We'll get ready, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. And do you think they'll be ready to be entertained?
I don't. I think the anticipation is sort of overwhelming at the moment. I think we just need to get on with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, this one, there's no sponsors this week or anything like that. We're just going to go straight into it.
Yep.
So, without further ado, here is Postman, the musical.
Enjoy.
In an unspecified town lives an unspecified man. This man has an important job. A job of escorting important goods or documents to the correct recipients. This man is a postman. We join our postman on an average day to experience a day in the life of these wondrous beings. It's almost time for him to wake up. It's nearly 5 a.m.
Wake up, postie, it's time to get up. It's time to eat your cornflakes and go. Wake up, postie, you better get dressed. They're saying that it might even snow. So put on your thermals, put on your fleece, put on your jacket and shorts. What an idiot. Hurry up, postie, there's work to be done. Those letters won't deliver themselves. Look sharp, postie, you're gonna be late. You probably shouldn't have stayed up till 12. So put on your boots, put on your scarf, put on your hat and shorts. Such an idiot. Good luck, postie, have a good day. Hope it goes as well as it can. All the best, postie, gather your strength. Fingers crossed you get a good fan. Zip up your coat, put on your gloves. I can't believe you're in shorts. Hypothermia.
Before our postman could do anything, he needs to get to work, and to do this he must navigate the 6 a.m. traffic. You may think the roads will be quiet at 6 a.m, and they are, but they are populated by night workers and early risers, the most sleep-deprived and exhausted. After weaving in and amongst sleeping drivers, our postman successfully makes it to work, prepares his round, and goes out to start to deliver. He begins to see the residents of his round wake up, and he greets some of them. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, morning.
Oi, you! You got my parcel. I ordered it this morning with express delivery.
Oh, no, sorry, mate, I ain't.
Oh, pathetic. I'll just raise a complaint about you.
Do what you like.
Morning. I'd like to buy some stamps, please.
We don't sell stamps.
I must have gotten you confused with the boiler man.
Oh, God.
Excellent. You must be the new dog walker.
No.
You're a bit late, but I guess you have forgotten your first day. Here is the lead and
No.
Oh.
No.
Guten Morgen. Are you the doctor? I had an unfortunate incident with this bratwurst.
Guten Morgen. Nein.
Did you come to read the meter?
Have you got my takeaway?
That's not why I'm at your door today.
You must be the brand new milkman.
This is not how you make a sale.
Please listen, I'm only delivering your mail. I'm just a postman, trying to do my job. I'm just a postman who's tired and cold and begging you to stop.
Have you come to collect the sofa trim my neighbour's tree. If you're police, the disturbance is at 73.
Got a rash, can you take a look, please? Have you come to trim my nails?
How comes? Your badge says Royal Mail.
I'm just your postman, trying to do my job. I'm just your postman, who's tired and cold and beginning to sob. I'm just your postman, trying to do my job. I'm just your postman, who's tired and cold and begging you to stop.
The challenges of a postman are becoming clearer, but not as openly clear as what the postman is about to encounter. Let's check in on him.
Oh, I can't believe I'm surrounded with idiots and by idiots. Oh, what have we got here? Who's this for? Oh, you're joking. Not a parcel for number 15. Anything but number 15.
A realisation hits the postman. He's filled with dread.
I can't believe it. I do hope they're not in. I do hope I can just put a card through. The alternative is horrible. Opening the door with no clothes on. Why the hell would you think that I wanted to see? Hiding behind your glass front door ain't gonna work, love. I can still see you, you can still see me. A simple please and thank you is preferred to Senor. Dingle dangle, dingle dangle. Do you greet all the people you know in the same way? With a roll of your eyes and a flash of your boo-boo. Dressing gowns have a belt, my dear, for a reason. Oh, and just so you know, it's well afternoon. I've not seen that much curly hair since Goldilocks met her family affairs. Family affairs. Family affairs. A family affairs. another glimpse of your bare thighs means I've got to sanitize my eyes. Sanitize my eyes. Your body is an attack on the senses. Excuse me while I throw away my contact lenses. Contact lenses.
After quite an interesting encounter with the residents of number 15, our postman has taken the opportunity to cool off and grab some lunch in the van. He notices in the corner of his eye Mrs. Dawson giving him a panicked wave. What could this mean for our hero?
Oh, Mrs. Dawson. I like Mrs. Dawson, she's lovely, she's always nice to me. I wonder what she wants. Hello, Mrs. Dawson, how are you today? Not long now till baby's due, not quick enough you say. What's wrong, Mrs. Dawson? You're looking out of breath. What do you mean your water's broke? Shall I ring your husband, Jeff?
I don't think we have time. I think it's down to you. Put down your post and wash your hands. You know what you've got to do.
I'm feeling slightly scared. I've forgotten what you said.
Just hold my hand, move down the bed. Now can you see the head?
Mrs. Dawson, I've not long had some food. There's something coming out of you. Don't mean to sound so rude. Push now, Mrs. Dawson, and don't forget to breathe. I'm feeling slightly faint now. It's like looking up a wizard's sleeve.
Remind me not to tip you. I think we're nearly done.
I've got my eyes tight shut now. Tell me when it's finally come.
Oh my God, my baby.
She's got her mother's thighs. Doesn't she look beautiful? Should you only have one eye?
Postman, that's a bumhole. Try turning her around. Now phone my Jeff, I'd rather you left and got on with your round.
This no longer seems like just an average day for our postman. He has started to reflect on the crazy ride he has been on.
What a day. What a week. What a year. I don't know that I can do this for much longer. There's got to be better jobs out there. I'd clean toilets rather than do this. No one appreciates me. No one cares. I don't know. I've had quite the week of it. The mad are everywhere. Don't feel you always have to share. I'm just your friendly postman. That's all I'm paid to do. Not a gas man, doctor, or a smeller of poo. Could you put some pants on before opening your door? I've not seen so much curly hair since the professionals and Martin Sure. Look it up. I'm not your birthing partner. No, I haven't seen your cat. Other people are paid to do jobs like that. Next week will be much better. Maybe the sun will shine. I'm sure everything will turn out fine.
So that brings the working day to an end. After work, our postman navigates the traffic once again. Once home, he unloads the dishwasher, stacks it again, puts on the laundry, starts on dinner, picks his daughter up from work, finishes dinner, washes up, spends some time with his family, plays some guitar, and has a bath. Now it's time for one last song.
Boom 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 ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom 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 boom.
So long, Posty, it's time to say bye. We think that you're a fabulous guy. See you soon, Posty, your day's at an end. Sorry if we drive you round the bend. So park up your van, pack up your bags, put on your slippers and sleep. Good night, Posty, the sweetest of dreams. Please forget the things that you've seen. Night, night, Posty, just wanted to say, hope you're ready for another day.
Oh, thank you very much. Too kind.
Thank you. No, that's lovely.
That's
Yeah.
enough, that's enough.
No,
And
a bit more, bit more.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
no.
well,
I'm touched
the
again.
So Crazy Resident 1 was played by Connor Harding. Woo! Crazy Resident 2 was played by Connor Harding. Woo! Crazy Resident 3 was played by Connor Harding. Woo!
Bit of a pattern forming here.
Crazy Resident 4 was played by Connor Harding. Woo! And Mrs. Dawson was played by Connor Harding.
Yeah.
And the narrator was played by Morgan Freeman. No, Connor Harding.
Yeah.
And Posty was played by David Harding.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That sounds like I've done nothing.
And he wrote the songs.
Yes, thank you.
I wrote the script,
All right, well done.
even though you ad-libbed.
Well, yes, because again, we weren't prepared for that. But yeah, well, that's over and done with now. We can relax.
It's not quite over and done with though, is it? Because we still got to the edit. But yeah.
All right, yeah, that's true, yeah. But hopefully you enjoyed this, and it didn't take 5 minutes to do. You'd be surprised. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it made you smile. And if it did, we've done our job, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it?
Great.
No, I quite enjoyed that. I think it's not something we can do every single week.
No, we can't.
Because we have not got time for that, because that's taken up a number of weeks for us.
Yes.
We thought, to be fair, last week's podcast we did video games, half thinking, well, this might be a bit rubbish because we haven't had time to prepare. It was actually pretty good, so if you want to go back and listen to it, if you haven't done already, we quite enjoyed it.
Or any of
Turned out
them.
right. Any of them. But yeah, as it was number 15, we thought we'd come with something special, and I think we've done something a bit special, something outside of our comfort zone.
I think special
I think there's
is
a
the
reason
word.
why it was outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah, it's quite evident once you listen to it.
Although my Morgan Freeman impression, wow.
Oh, stop bigging yourself up.
How about my woman in that song?
Well, your transition to woman was something I'll never forget.
Yeah, didn't have to method act though.
I don't quite just tight a pair of trousers, surely, because you were going for old woman at first, and then we managed to get it down to sort of a 40-year-old, maybe.
And then we got bloke with a squeaky voice.
Yes, yeah, and that's what we've ended up with. So
yeah, no, but in all seriousness, that was enjoyable.
Yes, it was hard work, but it was fun. Yes.
And that was only the matinee, so we've got about 5 more performances to do today, and then we're doing it all weekend, yeah, and then next weekend.
Right, well, I might have to have my stand-in come in.
Right, who's
Shane
standing?
Ritchie.
Shane Ritchie?
Yeah, he might have to come in and play my part.
I'm going to get my stand-in to come in.
Who's your stand-in?
Maui.
Maui?
The cat.
Yeah, okay. Well, I look forward to that then.
Yep, he goes...
Yeah, it's a slightly different thing, but all the cats will like it. He should do cats.
Oh,
Oh.
we should do cats. No, I don't think anyone wants that.
I don't want to do musicals again for a while.
No.
No.
Well, next week's one should be a bit calmer for everyone.
I don't know what next week's one is.
Oh, next week's one. We don't normally say what next week's episode
Oh,
is.
right, okay, we won't then.
But do you want me to just give a little hint?
Go on then.
Games.
Oh,
I'm just going to say it.
11 diamonds.
Games. Just to go back on it, this is you can do your catchphrase.
Right.
Do your catchphrase.
It's a lot of nonsense.
It's not even your
That's
catchphrase.
not my catchphrase. That's my catchphrase now then.
This is a nonsense.
This is a nonsense.
Why are you whispering it?
I don't
You're
know why,
not
because
meant
you're
to say-
whispering. But,
You don't even like whispering.
right, what I'd say is it's games, but it's not, because we did video games, didn't we? But this is all about every other and this
Every other game.
every other game there is, but
Because we're
a
known
totally
for not going
different
too
thing.
broad on our podcast.
Because I tried to crowbar a few normal games into video games, but he weren't having it. So, we'll go for it in the next one.
Yeah, maybe we'll play a game of Snap live on the podcast. We're not going to do that.
No, we're not. No.
But it gives us the opportunity. Maybe we'll have a sponsor next week. Maybe we'll have game time.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Because it'll be a game episode, so it makes sense to have a game time.
it probably would do. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
it could be Snap.
Well, it may be, but maybe not.
Right then, well, I think that's about it then, isn't it, Dad?
It is. We've got a couple of messages that have come through.
All right.
One was forwarded to us a little while ago, and from Sam.
You saying his surname, yeah?
Yeah. Do you want his address? I've got his whereabouts during the day and everything like that.
You got a tracking on this
Anyway.
one, yeah?
No, very nice. Loving the podcast. I've been catching up on the Ghost episode on my walk, and I have a question for you. And this is really directed at you.
Yes.
How can you explain a 4-year-old child coming up to you claiming to see a dead relative and sharing information that only you would know? Asking on behalf of someone I used to work with.
So that's in relation to our Ghosts episode, which was episode 2. And just for clarity, I did get this message a very long time ago, but only just approaching it now. Now, my first thought is male cattle excrement, but
Oh dear. Right.
but it's very much the same as like a medium. Most mediums work is they will say things that are relatively familiar. Now,
Are you saying this 4-year-old child's a medium?
Yes.
I'd say they were extra small.
Extra small, don't push it. No, I think when it comes to things like that, if someone says something that's vaguely similar to certain things, then
Now, I have a... See, there's
maybe that child's possessed.
Maybe, yes. But when we're children, we're far more open to things and perceptive in certain areas. Some things you're oblivious to, but other things are... I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the Santa Claus, but the children know
Excellent
he's...
film.
Even when he doesn't look like Santa Claus, before the transition, he... they know it's him. Right, and I think that answers this question.
Yeah, I think it does.
So yes, I honestly,
It's one of those things that I think if it's happened to someone, there might be one or two things that might correlate, yeah? And then when that gets told to someone else, it's like that guy who caught a fish, and every time he tells a story about the fish gets bigger.
Right. I would say check the 4-year-old's driving licence, see when their date of birth was, and in fact if they were 4 or not. Other than that, it might well be that they see dead people. I think I've seen a film about that.
Yeah.
Right, but then, fair enough. I mean, it's given me the shivers. Right, talking of giving the shivers...
wow, that's big print, isn't it?
It is. I didn't mean to print it off this big. This is not just due to me being
just for
old.
clarity, he's printed off a piece of paper and it's got a message on it that's written huge letters.
Yeah, normally when I print stuff off, it appears in a tiny little bit in the corner. But yeah. Anyway, this is from Annie, the eldest of my children.
I'm glad we're not giving out everyone's surnames.
Okay, I'm sorry about that other one. Does it matter? Oh, anyway. Hi, father and son. I am loving listening to the episode so far. However, I do have some concerns. I am very disappointed that Connor didn't get the Aladdin clue in your movies episode, and I am shocked that he hasn't seen Die Hard. Whilst I'm at it, how has he not seen Harry Potter 6? Hope you've been reading your magic book. We're going to need it. Looking forward to future episodes. Loads of love, your number one daughter. I think Becky would dispute that. You're one of my number one daughters, Annie.
Yeah.
But what you got to say for yourself? Have you rectified that since?
Absolutely not. No, so the thing is, with a lot of those, the Aladdin one, there was a lot of them in there, and for someone to guess every single one in that game, because just going back...
I'll give you a due. It was one of those things...
We played a game in the films episode.
You knew it, but it just wouldn't come.
It just wouldn't click. I knew
gave up quite quickly because we were, again going on forever.
Yeah, we're on a time schedule, and
we're
ignoring this podcast. But yeah, so
Die Hard you need to see.
Die Hard is one of those films that I think sometimes the age I am as well, like when it came out, it wouldn't have been. I don't even know when it came out, but it definitely
before you were born.
Before I was born, yeah. There you go. So it was a bit difficult for me to see when it first came out, and it's just one of these things that, you kind of go, oh, I'll watch it at some point. It's like everyone's got a long list of films they want to see. Everyone's got those films. When it comes to Harry Potter, sorry, do you have something to say about Die Hard?
Well, what I was going to say about Die Hard was I will make it my mission to sit and watch Die Hard with you, because I think you'll enjoy it. Right, that's all I've got to say about it. And then you went on to Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, I have seen... See, the thing is, I watch the films, I enjoy the films, I like the films. I like the stories.
So we're talking about the Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, we're talking about the Half-Blood Prince. Now, generally, when I watch a film, and it's something we kind of discussed in the past as well, I like things to connect and stuff like that, and I like to watch things in order. Mm-hmm. So, generally... in the past, I've gone, I've not seen the sixth one. I think I didn't see it all the way through or something like that, or I saw parts of it, or when Deathly Hallows came out, I think it was so exciting to see Deathly Hallows, I just kind of went on to that. So when it came to watching the sixth film, I thought, well, I'm going to have to watch all of them first of all. And when you are working with a job or you're at school or something like that, and you have to squeeze these things over the weekends, to sit there almost every weekend for 8 weeks, like doing one film a week for 8 weeks, is quite a lot. So by the time it gets to probably the fifth film, every single time I'm normally got other things to do, and then it's like sitting down and doing something like reading a book, and you just kind of you put it down for a bit and you don't come back to it or again.
Look,
and that's the whole reason. I will watch it at some point.
It's an immensely important part of the canon that is Harry Potter. It's a key episode, if I can call it an episode.
It's because you've got enough Star Wars.
However, you don't have to justify yourself. You can do whatever you damn well please. So if you don't want to watch it, it might infuriate some people, but that's your choice.
Maybe I'll watch it to infuriate them.
Yeah, you will be watching Die Hard.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it then for this week's podcast.
It is.
Yeah, we've had such a fun time.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm just going to riff off a couple of things if you want to get on with whatever you want to do in the meantime.
Well, do you want me to do one of the... I've held my breath and I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah, you can wiggle your ears. Anything but the interrupting that you kept doing last time.
All right, sorry. I'll wiggle my ears in.
I mean, yeah. Go on then. If you could do it verbally, that'd be great for a podcast.
Okay, we'll do it.
Anyway, if you haven't done already, we've got a number of different social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Remember to follow us on those, because that would be great and really nice. We've also got a number of different podcast platforms. You can listen to us, whatever one you choose, you can listen to us on, really. Remember to subscribe on those, follow on those. If you can, please, that'd be great. We've also got a brand spanking new website, www.fatherandsundays.com.
Is there a gap between there?
No, I just had a little burp.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
do they have to type in burp? Or
yeah, you can type in burp. No, www.fatherandsundays.com. On there, you'll find our episodes. You'll also find a small little blog page as well. It's a What's New section. We occasionally will put things on there.
Recipes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to put recipes on there. You can do what you want. Do what you want.
Okay, we'll do.
I'm going to
leave it to me, yeah.
I'm going to make you put on a fashion tip and a recipe on there in the near future.
We'll do. No problem.
Also on there, so you'll find all the episodes on there as well, obviously. All the different links to social media, but you also find a contact us page. That's a good one because you can leave messages and ideas and questions and anything like that on there. That would be great. Any idea is a great idea. Not necessarily, actually, but whatever. Any question's a good question. Maybe that would have been a better one.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's about it.
It is.
Don't you think you got anything to add?
No, I've got nothing to add. Absolutely nothing. I'm
just
spent.
as normal.
No, I've had it. I'm going to go to bed.
You're off to bed now?
Yeah, I'm going to go to sleep within minutes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening once again, and thank you for putting up with us once again.
Yes, I'm very sorry, but, you know.
You allow us to do these
humans.
creative endeavours, and it's really your fault, so you're to blame.
Yeah. Have a word with yourself.
Yeah. Go look in that mirror and have
That's my catchphrase. That's my catchphrase this week. Have a word with yourself. Have a word with yourself.
Did you end up using your
I can't
catchphrase? You used it a little bit early, didn't you? When I told you to.
Yeah.
And you forgot
that's right,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
I'm glad it's really catching on. Anyway, thank you so much for listening once again. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Bye.